Here we are right back into the action here. There we go. Making his way to the cage at the moment. That's Bart Iwania from Tapper Snap in the 66 kilo featherweight bout. Marouan Gharred from Counter Combat, fielding a lot of fighters here tonight. He's going to make his way to the cage in just a few moments here. Just get his final instructions from his coaches. Have his Vaseline applied, have his final check, and then we're in for this featherweight fight. Marouan Gharred, ready to go. He's in the cage. He's looking quite big for 66. That's what you get when you got a day before weigh-in to deal with. There we go. Bart Iwania. This will be a very interesting tilt. It'll be interesting to see the Tapper Snap. Bart Iwania against Marouan Gharred. Who's going to get there firstest with the mostest? Interesting guard here from Marouan Gharred. Goes high with a head kick. Oh, again, the thumb strikes again. Those pink gloves. Oh, they're really wanting to get at each other. Bart Iwania really wants to get back in there. There's a lot of like fainting guards here for a moment. Ooh. This is very scrappy. You can either end quick or get bogged down in the grapple here. There's only so many choices we've got. There we go. Bart Iwania taken down momentarily. Ooh, he's ending up in a bit of a split guard here.
Yeah,
Marouan on top.
Very dangerous position for Bart. I'm wondering on the bottom, it's really hard to do anything from here.
Marouan just doesn't seem to have the wherewithal to drop his hips and try to crush that turn.
Oh, good job by Bart.
Looking for the armbar.
He wasn't very optimistic from that position. Oh, got on a single.
Marouan sprawling back here. Let's see if he can get heavy on the head and complete it.
The crowd really getting behind this fight, Steve.
Yeah, they really want Bart. There's a huge contingent of Iwania fans for the tapper snap fighter in the red and black. The green and black shorts. Ryan does well to tie him up here in full guard.
Yeah, well, he's trying to get a high guard to get his feet in to get something going, but he's really struggling to get the space. He's got very long legs.
Yeah, Bart's got his head right on the chest there, which makes it so hard for you to move and swivel your hips.
That could be the difference between doing this kind of thing and in a jiu-jitsu class where, you're almost both playing the same game, but under MMA rules, you can just sit in the guard and smash. Which Bart seems quite happy to do. Especially with head against the cage, it's so hard to get an angle, get anything going. He's just trying to get his feet in now to push away, separate. Ooh, will he switch to a leg lock?
Yeah, roll into that knee bar.
You thought about it. Perfectly legal under battle arena rules on knee bars. Very unusual. We've had a couple.
Ooh, he might have the back here. Can he set up the position before the submission? That's the key. He's got a body lock. Raised body triangle. He needs to come up on top here.
Oh, can he reverse the position?
Yeah, Marouan's going to reverse this. He's got that arm trapped. He's going to suck him back in.
Oh, what a very skillful by Marouan to turn that back position and end up on top.
It's interesting when you get a team like Counter Combat coming in. We haven't seen them on Battle Arena before, but they're proving themselves to be very skilled.
Definitely very, very skilled. We've seen some real great technique from both these fighters.
10-second warning.
It's so much more fun with
Ooh,
the crowd.
throwing that arm above!
Oh, he survived.
What was that about? What was that about? There we go. Look at that replay. Sucks it up here. Swivels very well for this armbar. He almost locks it out.
He had it. Just the foot over was just messing with his grip. Just stopped his arm breaking. But I think he knew there was a few seconds. He was just willing to let that break. This is, like you said earlier, Steve, this is cage fighting. This is a rough sport. Let's not expect our fighters to always be pleasant and nice.
Not completely.
I feel that you get two types of fighters in this sport, Steve. You get the martial artists, which are all very respectful and zen, and then you get fighters.
I think both want to have a scrap.
Yeah, both these gentlemen are fighters, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep, stay in each other's face, and Marouan has to know that this is the kind of fight you're in. This is the kind of man you're fighting. In Bart Iwania.
That armbar was so close.
So close. You're gonna have to be really careful if you're on top from now on.
I think if Bart doesn't get the decision, he'll be very upset about this one.
Bart's got the swagger now. Look at him.
When you're so close to finishing, it's so frustrating. But that's the rules. We have rounds. That's the difference. Old school UFC days. Old school MMA, no weight limits, no rounds.
Oh, a lot of movement now for Bart Iwania. Leg kick lands for Marouan.
I think Bart's
head kick lands. Oh, and he falls right into a triangle.
What a turnaround this would be.
Could he do it? Could he do it? Is he looking for the arm? What's he looking for? He needs to grab his shin. Grab your shin.
Marouan's trying to get the angle. I think the cage
TP?
is killing him. Oh, no, he doesn't have the hand position for a TP choke. I think he's got two arms in. That's the issue. He actually has kind of his
just lock it up with
left forearm in.
Lock it up with them long legs of yours, Marouan, and let's see what you got. This is gonna be so hard on his hamstrings, trying to hold on to it.
Just that cage is just
killing
killing him.
Best angle, unfortunately, right now to have a look at that. But
Bart's defense is perfect. He's going the right angle, driving him into the cage, very intelligently defending. Referee Paul Nichols calling for action. I feel like both men are trying.
Oh, he's cinching it up more now.
He is slowly cinching it deeper and deeper.
Tight on that. Is he tight on it, or is he on the foot? Looks like he's quite on the foot there.
Yep. Well, he doesn't have it yet. It's just the cage. The cage is killing him.
Yeah.
That posture, he can't.
Can he underhook with his right arm and start getting the angle, though?
When your head's pressed up against the cage, you need to be one of those people that can put their feet behind their head.
Yeah, he's slowly sliding off now.
Yeah, he's losing it. He's losing it. And Bart is trying to drive his left arm in to kill it. There we go. Beautiful. Well defended by Bart. But that brings this fight very even.
You know, Bart wants that finish really bad because he was just robbed of it by the time at the end of the first round. But Marouan definitely wants it as well. He's tying up that right arm very well looking maybe for another triangle attack, but he needs to be in the open play for that.
Oh.
See, headbutting.
Oh. I think it...
Uh-oh.
Paul Nicholls not happy with some of the actions.
Uh-oh. What are we looking at here? Is it a point, or Paul Nicholls not happy at all? He's not
Will the fight continue? Maybe headbutting, I'm not sure.
Or maybe it was headbutting to the body. Now it gets stood up again, though.
Well, they're letting the fight continue. That's good.
It's good for everybody that's buying into the drama. Otherwise, I think they'd be fighting in the tunnel in a minute.
Oh, nice 1-2 by Bart. Oh, nice leg. Look at the spin.
Crowd like that.
Yeah, not a lot on it, but look good. Marouan throwing big shots.
Now he's on the... Marouan just sits into it.
I think he wanted the guillotine. I think it maybe
just wasn't over top, was he?
No. And he had success off his back earlier, so maybe he's thinking this is the place to be. I'm not overly keen on announcing this one.
Somebody's going to be upset no matter what. Oh, did I get the sweep? Very close to that sweep there.
What drama this fight is, so backwards and forwards.
And with a little bit of bad blood in between.
Yeah, clearly. Usually, you know, once you're getting tired between rounds, there's not too much aggro, but these guys clear a few issues with each other. But that's good.
I think it's all to play for.
This is the place to have it. If you don't want to get on and you want to resolve your differences, this is the place to do it.
Do it now. Yeah. Do it here.
But I feel like Bart had the better of that round, apart from being stuck in the triangle. But the triangle wasn't particularly close at any point, I didn't think.
No, it certainly wasn't.
It's very hard. How do you score Bart being a bit more aggressive? Definitely landed a little bit more versus Marouan's triangle attempt.
It was a bit one-dimensional there.
Yeah.
I think Marouan has to look to try to put him out in this third round. Somehow he's got to make sure he's got something. And what better motivation to have all this bad blood going on between you? Somebody's got to finish it. Put an exclamation mark on it.
Well, I'm very excited to see what happens in round 3, Steve.
We used to do this all the time in wrestling. It was like when we were standing up out of a position, we just shove the other guy back down a little bit.
Yeah.
Make sure that you lean on him a bit.
Yeah. It's all a battle of dominance.
I was bad for that. Because honestly, I just...
Oh.
Don't care. This is good. Spinning back fist into the over-under position. Marouan's got to get away from just sitting down in those positions.
I think he thinks he's going to win off his back with some submissions. And I mean, he was close with the triangle. He's trying to get that triangle again, trying to control the arm and bring his right leg over his arm. That's what he's trying to do. It's going to be so hard with your back against the cage. And Bart's very aware of it with that pressure, that high head, that good posture. I suppose Bart's not trying to do more to pass. Oh, it's interesting position. Can Marouan get something going from here? Almost a 10th planet type position there, the invisible collar. Squeeze from the crowd. I don't think he's going to do anything with that squeeze, but worth a shot.
Why not, yeah. Just trying to see if that left leg is over top. No, it's not. Sneaked it in.
Just playing guard off his back. But playing guard with your head against the cage, you just can't angle off. It's such a frustrating position to be in as the grappler. Ooh, he's got something going now.
I don't think it's going to be tight enough unless he switches that armbar.
He's got the triangle, Steve.
Ooh.
Does he have the triangle? Can't see his left arm.
No.
Back to close guard, but he's back to close guard with a little bit more space now. His head's off that cage. This is better. No, but Bart, brilliant there. Excellent technique, drives him back into the cage. Oh, very good. Still trying to climb his legs up, get his submission game going. Oh, he's looking for it. If he can just get that right shin over his Oh, he tried to throw it up. It's not the smoothest, most subtle setup, but it's close every time. It's just that cage.
He needs to try a chain together with a sweep, because all that's going to happen is the time is winding down, and he's going to end with Bart back on top of him.
We'll try and get feet to the hips, make some space. Maybe work some butterfly. Mix up approaches a little bit here. Oh, and again, not far off a triangle. He so wants it. Oh, and again. This could be it, Steve. Oh, Bart, so sweaty now. It's so difficult. Bart smashing through now.
In the side control, in that dominant position.
I don't know how they're going to score this, because Bart, although he's on top, all he's been done is defend submissions. He didn't really do anything effective. And now he's going for a toe. Or literally holding his toe. This is more like from Bart. Can improve position. What a fight this has been, Steve.
Yep, it's had everything. Grappling, high kicks, bit of bad blood. No matter who wins the judge's decision, it's going to leave a bad taste in somebody's mouth. Well, we know Bart thinks that he's won. He's over there in his corner playing to his fans. And I'll be with the winner just momentarily after we go to the judge's decision. Remember, we're scoring this on cage control, damage, and effective offense. So there's a lot of different scoring that goes on into these judging. Just gonna pull that up for you so you all know. I'm here with your winner, Bart, Iwania. Bart, it looked like you had that armbar really close in the first round. How did that feel? Did you think you almost had it?
It was so close, but it was that close. So.
And the time ran out there. There was a little bit of bad blood there between you. It looked like he had kicked you or something like that.
He started this, so I just carry on, man.
Well, it is a fight after all, and you got to stay aggressive. But you've definitely got the victory tonight. Where are you looking to go? When can we see you again here on Battle Arena?
I think next show in March. I think it is March.
And what weight class? What weight class?
66 kg, man.
And where do you want to go with it, mate? Where do you want to go?
I just want to get Battle Arena belt, so I'm ready for it,
So Bart Iwania wants the belt. You heard it here first. We're going to go back to the cage. Thank you, Bart.
Thank you.
Way to go. Great fight.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Take it easy. Thank you very much.